You know that feeling of walking into a room and instantly reading the vibe? Sensing something is wrong before a single word is spoken? People have probably called you too sensitive your whole life. But it's not a weakness, and your brain isn't broken. It's a top-tier survival skill called traumatic intelligence. If you're always tired for no obvious reason, here are the 10 signs you have it. And wait until we get to number 5. I'll show you how this exact type of brain built a billion-dollar empire. Let's get right into it. Sign number 1, the human radar. If you watch other psychology videos, they'll tell you this is a beautiful superpower. They say it's a gift to walk into a room and instantly know who is secretly mad. But let's be brutally honest, it doesn't feel like a gift. It feels exhausting. While normal people are just enjoying a chat, your brain is running a background check on everyone's tone of voice and noticing the exact second their breathing changes. You don't just look at a room, you download its emotional data. You do it because somewhere in your past, predicting someone else's bad mood before it happened was the only way to stay safe. Sign number 2, the defense attorney. You over-explain everything. If you make a tiny mistake, you instantly launch into a massive, detailed presentation on exactly why it happened. Average people think you are just being defensive, but this is a trauma response. Your brain learned early on that being misunderstood was incredibly dangerous. You give people way too much information to prove your innocence before they even accuse you. You aren't arguing. Your brain is just desperately trying to buy safety. Sign number 3, you are weirdly calm in a crisis. Other videos call this grace under pressure, but let's be real. You aren't calm because you are naturally brave. You are calm because chaos is what you're used to. When things fall apart, a car crash, a job loss, a medical emergency, your brain says, finally, a situation that matches how I feel inside. Science calls this functional dissociation. Normal people panic because emergencies are rare for them, but for a brain that grew up with trauma, disaster is just a normal Tuesday. Sign number 4, peace feels like a threat. People probably tell you that you're a workaholic, or that you just need to relax. But taking a day off literally makes your skin crawl. Psychologists call this a dysregulated baseline. Your nervous system is so used to surviving that when things get quiet, your brain assumes it's a trap. You don't stay busy because you love working. You stay busy because stopping means your thoughts will finally catch up to you. Sign number 5, the solo trap. You refuse to ask for help, and people probably call you a control freak. But this isn't about having a big ego. Your brain learned early on that relying on others usually leads to being let down. This is actually the exact mindset that built Apple. Steve Jobs was given up for adoption as a baby. Because his early life felt totally out of his control, his brain adapted by demanding absolute control over his world. He built the iPhone's closed system because his past wouldn't let him trust anyone else to get it right. Your need to control everything isn't a flaw. It's the exact same survival drive. Sign number 6, the apology reflex. You apologize for just existing. Sorry to bother you. Sorry, is this seat taken? You say sorry when someone else bumps into you. Society calls you polite. Science calls this fawning. You learned that making yourself small, invisible, and super helpful kept you out of trouble. You aren't just being nice. Your brain is running an old script that says taking up space will get you punished. Sign number 7, the vibe sponge. You soak up other people's moods like a sponge. The internet calls you an empath and tells you it's a beautiful gift. But from the inside, it feels like an invasion of privacy. Clinical psychology calls this emotional contagion. You don't want to feel their feelings. Your brain just forces you to mirror their mood so you can predict their next move. It is a brilliant social radar, but it drains your energy fast. Sign number 8, the trust filter. You have a strict quality control system. For trust, people tell you that you have trust issues, but doctors call this adaptive skepticism. You don't just hand out trust. You quietly watch how people act when nothing is on the line. You don't have trust issues, you just refuse to trust the wrong people. And the few people who do pass your test get a loyalty that average people don't even understand. Sign number 9, the sabotage instinct. You ruin things right on the edge of happiness. You finally get into a good relationship or a great job, and suddenly you pick a fight or push people away. You think you're broken, right? Wrong. Your nervous system is just confusing safety with danger because the calm in your past was always just the quiet before the storm. Your brain says, Let me break this now, so I can control the crash. Sign number 10. The gut feeling compass. You know things before you can logically explain them. People tell you you're just being paranoid, but brain science proves that your body stores emotional data in a way that skips your conscious brain entirely. Your nervous system has processed the threat before you even have the words for it. Your gut feeling isn't magic, and it isn't paranoia. It is a highly tuned, data-driven alarm system that is almost always right. You aren't lazy, and you aren't broken. You are just running a high-performance survival engine 24/7, and your battery is completely drained. If you related to most of these 10 signs, I want to know your exact score. Drop it in the comments right now. And here's the secret. If you have traumatic intelligence, your brain has probably also developed the 7 weird elite habits of the top 1%, without you even realizing it. Hit subscribe and click the video on the screen right now to see if your daily routine is officially wired for genius. I'll see you over there.